In the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange might gain new abilities. In the forthcoming sequel, Doctor Strange will be at the pinnacle of his power. Does this imply that he'll get new powers, and if so, what will they be? The fact that Benedict Cumberbatch's MCU persona will be more powerful than in prior live-action appearances suggests that he may gain new skills before Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. He already possessed a formidable arsenal of magical spells, but in Phase 4, his armory of weaponry might increase enormously. After all, there's no way of knowing how much training he's gone through over the years. In Phase 4, Marvel will have two opportunities to show off the Sorcerer Supreme's enhanced skills. The hero's first film will be Spider-Man No Way Home, in which he'll partner up with Tom Holland's Peter Parker in an adventure involving the multiverse and adversaries from Sony's past two Spider-Man franchises. Whatever happens in the forthcoming Spider-Man picture will very certainly lead right into the next Phase 4 chapter, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange will star in this MCU collaboration, with Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, probably acting as one of his key friends. Strange's second solo adventure has yet to divulge what challenge he will face, although certain aspects have been explored. Recently, Loki and Doctor Strange 2 writer Michael Waldron made some interesting comments about Doctor Strange's power level. Strange is at the pinnacle of his powers in the Multiverse of Madness, according to him, which has been linked to his encounters with Thanos in the past two Avengers films. With Strange's talents from Marvel Comics being more strong than ever in Phase 4, Marvel has a wonderful chance to lean more heavily on Strange's abilities. Travel back through time. Doctor Strange has previously demonstrated some power over time in the MCU by establishing time loops and seeing into alternative futures, but he has yet to travel to various periods and places in the timeline, despite the fact that he can in Doctor Strange comics. He can also return time-displaced persons to their rightful spot in the chronology by plucking them from the past or future and returning them to their rightful location. After the devastation of the Time Stone in Avengers Endgame, time travel appeared to be off the table for Strange, but artwork for the upcoming film reintroduces the idea. Doctor Strange will wear the Eye of Agamotto, which contains the MCU's equivalent of the Time Stone, in some way. Doctor Strange may have gotten it from another timeline. Strange should be able to do the same thing if the TVA can get their hands on numerous Infinity Stones. If that's the case, Doctor Strange may go to whatever time period he wants. Mind control. In Marvel Comics, Doctor Strange has the ability to affect brains that are weaker than his own. Doctor Strange can produce hypnotic trances, instill terror in opponents, probe their thoughts, connect telepathically with allies, paralyze individuals entirely, and erase their brains by sending psionic blasts from his mind to another's mind. His most famous usage of the latter ability was when he wiped off all knowledge of Spider Identity Man's once the public discovered it. Because his abilities are generally higher than those of his colleagues, he can also overpower the wills of sorcerers with similar abilities. Doctor Strange is immune to the same tactics because of his knowledge of mental abilities. Others have tried unsuccessfully to telepathically control Strange. Strange is impervious to psychic assaults. Banishment. It's hardly unexpected that the comic book version of Doctor Strange possesses the ability to expel other beings from our reality, as someone charged with defending the Earth from magical threats. The figure has previously been seen exiling demons and other magical beings back to their origins. It's a fairly straightforward approach to get rid of a character that would ordinarily be a difficult foe. This skill may become necessary depending on what Doctor Strange has to face in the following two films. It may not be effective against the primary villain, but it may be useful against his henchmen. Draining the magic. Banishment is one simple option for dealing with a formidable foe, but it isn't the only one in the comic books for Doctor Strange. Magic draining is another strategy he's used on numerous times. Doctor Strange can suck the magical powers of his adversaries, similar to how the Ancient One drew strength from the Dark Dimension in the MCU. This accomplishes two goals: it undermines his opponents and empowers himself. When fighting a magically formed entity, he has the ability to drain all of its power. Strange could be able to utilize this approach against other sorcerers, such as Baron Mordo, Chiwetel Ejiofor. Phasing. Doctor Strange, like the Vision, has the ability to pass through solid objects such as walls. What sets this talent apart from Vision's is that he has the power to make anybody intangible. In other words, he has the ability to phase opponents through walls in order to render them ineffective. This ability is modest in compared to others, yet it may be useful in specific battle circumstances. Denax Demons. Winds of Watum, the Crimson Bands of Cyttorak, the Bolts of Balthaik, and other famous spells have been weaponized by the MCU's Sorcerer Supreme. Demons of Denak, a strong spell formed from the magic of an evil creature, has yet to be discussed. The Demons of Denak spell summons invisible claws capable of ripping creatures and items apart. If used in the MCU, it might be catastrophic to everyone who stands in his way. The Falteen's Flames. Doctor Strange's old favorite, the Flames of the Falteen, first appeared in Strange Tales number 150 in 1966. When the character is on the offensive, this tremendous blast of magical fire is the ideal weapon. Given the magnitude of its power, Strange utilizing it as frequently as he does in the comics makes logical. The fact that it is from Dormammu's race shows how powerful it may be. Doctor Strange might have avoided it so far in the MCU for the same reason he chastised the Ancient One for taking energy from the Dark Dimension, but in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, he may be compelled to utilize it. That is all for now. Hope you people have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. We will keep you folks updated.